Congratulations on your decision to use Liberty Garden products for your water hose storage needs. This video will show you how to install your Liberty Garden wall-mounted hose reel. Please check your model number as these instructions apply to the models 703, 703S2, 704, 705, 707, 708, 709, and the complete Navigator hose reel product line. Our goal is to make installation quick and easy, even for only one person. For this project, you'll need a hammer drill, cordless or power drill, 7/16 and 3/8 inch sockets and a socket wrench, pliers, a level, a hammer, a stud finder, gloves, eye and hearing protection, a black marker, and masking tape. There are two methods for mounting a hose reel onto a brick wall, using either the 5/16 by 2.5 inch anchor sleeves with bolts, or with the 5/16 by 2.5 inch concrete screws. Before we begin, please note that the models 704, 705, 707, 708, and the Navigator product line have a width of 16 inches. However, the width of the 703, 703S2, and 709 models have a width of 12.5 inches. Remember, always use eye and hearing protection. This section of the tutorial will show how to install your wall-mounted hose reel with anchor sleeves and masonry screws. You will need to purchase the following hardware: 4 5/16 by 2.5 inch masonry screws with anchor sleeves, 4 5/16 washers, a 5/16 concrete drill bit, 4 lock washers, and 4 7/16 nuts. Position your wall-mounted hose reel against a brick wall. Use the level to align the suspension holes on the brick. Mark the location of the suspension holes on your surface with the black marker. Do not drill into the mortar. Using a 5/16 drill bit, compare the drill bit to the sleeve and add tape to mark the desired depth of the pilot hole. Then drill a pilot hole on your mark. Slide the anchor sleeve into the hole, tapping it lightly with a hammer until the desired depth is reached. Place the suspension hole over the anchor sleeve, install washer, lock washer, and a 7/16 nut over each anchor, and tighten with the 7/16 socket wrench. This section of the tutorial will show how to install your wall-mounted hose reel with concrete screws. You will need to purchase the following hardware: 4 5/16 by 2.5 inch concrete screws, 4 5/16 washers, a 1/4 inch concrete drill bit, and a 3/8 inch socket to tighten. Position your wall-mounted hose reel against the brick wall. Use a level to align the hose reel suspension holes on the brick. Mark the location of the suspension holes with a marker on the brick and not the mortar. Remove the base shelf. Tape your depth on the 1/4 inch concrete drill bit and drill a pilot hole. Align the hose reel suspension holes with the pilot holes. Attach the base shelf to the wall using the concrete screws and washers and tighten securely with the socket wrench. That's it. You've mounted your Liberty Garden wall-mounted hose reel onto your masonry wall. For this section of the tutorial, we'll be using the Liberty Garden Model 710 Navigator to demonstrate how to install our rotating hose reel on a wood-studded wall. For a wood-studded wall, you will need the following hardware: 4 5/16 by 2.5 inch wood screws with 5/16 washers and a 1/4 inch wood drill bit. Begin by using a stud finder to locate the wooden studs in your wall. Position and hold the suspension holes on your Navigator over the typical 16-inch wooden studs. Mark the position of each suspension hole on the wall with a black marker. Remove the base shelf. Drill holes 1/4 of an inch in diameter and 2 1/2 inches deep at the marked positions. Align the hose reel suspension holes with the pilot holes. Attach the base shelf to the wall using the screws and washers and tighten securely. Now you're ready to assemble your Navigator hose reel. Attach the hose reel to the base shelf by hanging the reel on the small slot located at the front of the base. Line up the holes in the hose reel with the base shelf and insert long Allen bolts. Tighten Allen bolts with the supplied Allen wrench at the same time using fingers on the lock nuts to secure the base shelf. Pliers may be needed to hold and tighten the lock nuts. That's all there is to it, and now your Liberty Garden wall-mounted hose reel is ready for use. For more information about Liberty Garden's complete line of wall-mounted hose reels, contact us at libertygardenproducts.com.